Hi everyone, welcome back to Hope and Coffee. I'm Hope, and you can clearly see I have a lovely cup of just black coffee. This is one of my favorite mugs. I actually got these a while ago from Anthropology. Now, it's probably I would say the more expensive dishes that I have. It's really the only dishes that I have as a set in my adult life. But I ran across these and I loved like this nautical 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea sort of vibe. Like, it's not the beachy sort of vibe, which I always think of like shells and starfish and pastels and things like that. This is a little more what I would consider like deeper blues, and like I said, like it's got the little like tentacle handle and things of that nature. It comes with little saucers and there's like dinner plates and stuff like that. But anyway, I love them. I think it's like a fantastic collection. They were super incredibly hard to find for a very long time, and then all of a sudden they came back out with them. So hopefully I can, in the near future, add some more to my collection so I can have a full set of 8, but we shall see. Anyway, they are my favorite cups. I love them. They have such fun personalities, and I often don't buy things unless it like brings about some level of personality. And today's episode is actually about my February goal for my finances. Now, I know that seems like a weird segue, but I actually kind of think that's a pretty good segue because my goal for February is, other than bills, groceries, and gas, and my goal is to also kind of budget for my groceries as well, is to not have a lot of frivolous spending. And the reason I want to do this goal is because just over the course of, several months, December was very Christmas heavy. Thanksgiving was in November, had a lot of things going on, and all sorts of things like that. January, you're transitioning, it was a cold month, all this sort of fun stuff. So felt like I've been spending quite a bit more kind of an emotional spending than I really needed to be. So right now we're at the very beginning of February, and I'm taking a look at all of the things that I use on a frequent basis. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of trying to see if I can actually utilize this or what I have for the next 29 to 30 days. So my goal is to make it all the way through February without having to buy what I would say is extraneous sort of purchases. And this is going to include like extra clothing, extra shoes, trying not to swing by TJ Maxx or Marshalls just for like, what have you. I'm going to factor in that I'm going to need groceries because, it's going to be hard to kind of get by on the few things that I have in my kitchen. If you've listened to any of my episodes, you know that I'm pretty good about keeping my grocery levels to what I would call a minimum because I don't want to have a ton of stuff on hand for snacking. However, I also try to do it so it's budget friendly. So what I'm doing is making lists of the groceries that I want to buy and trying to stick to that list. So I'm not also buying a ton of stuff that I just really don't need. I'm taking a look at my puppy's foods and snacks. I'm taking a look at his medication to make sure he is good. But the purpose of February for me is to try to see what I can do with regards to not spending extra money. So if I have, I'm going to try to see if I can hold off on a nail appointment until March, because I got my nails done right at the end of January, so I shouldn't need them done through this month. I just did my own hair. Now I know I did have darker roots. I did them a little too light, so now I'm going to have to go back and retouch up my shadow root because I put the wrong color on there and I put a lighter color than I intended. So I now need to go back and put about a level 7 on here to give it more of a shadow than what it is now, because I think I put probably about an 8 or about an 8.5. It's between an 8 and a 9, so a little too light for a true shadow root, and I think I want to make it more about a 7, so it's going to kind of blend a little better as my roots grow out. I will say that I'm pretty happy with my hair growth. So if you may know, if you've been listening for any amount of time, that I have been on what I call a hair journey, and around the end of December, I had a haircut, and it was a pretty significant haircut that left a haircut that, even though I wasn't super happy with it, I knew I needed to get all of those dead ends off and needed to get to a point where I was going to have the ability for my hair to start growing healthier. With that being said, I can feel my hair feels better. It feels softer. It feels smoother. I don't have those snags and tangles the way I did when I had the other hair, what I would have called hair growth prior to the haircut, because I did have a lot of snags and tangles through especially the crown where there was broken bits. I have been doing weekly oil treatments. I have been sleeping with a satin pillowcase, and I have been really trying my best to take just some vitamins in order to see how that helps my body. I also recently discovered when I went to go donate blood that I apparently was low on iron. So I took a look at my eating and just kind of gauged how much iron I was getting in a day, just on a normal day, and realized that I probably was not getting quite as much iron as I really needed to over the past little while. So what I've done to try to help bring that back up is add some more greens, such as spinach and things of that nature. I've added in some extra lean beef, as well as the chicken, because I usually do quite a bit of chicken throughout the week, as well as some seafood. But I went ahead and started incorporating in a little bit more iron. I was already eating a ton of beans. However, now I'm gonna have, I guess, some more beans as well, and gonna try to just keep it diversified like that. So that way I'm going to try my best to reach that daily goal of about, I think it's 18 to 20 milligrams naturally without taking any supplements. I want to try to see if I can do it via just nutritionally food first, and see if in about 8 weeks, when the blood drive comes back through, if my iron levels have come back up. So we shall see, because I am really doing my best to just kind of stay on top of that. I want to make sure that I am addressing all of those things. But anyway, so that's just part of what my goal is for February. So February is actually, I didn't set a ton of goals in January. And for me, I feel like January is a good month of transition. We are ending an old year. We are starting a new year. We're getting our footing. And I had a lot of things kind of end in December. I needed some time to go ahead and process that in January, so I didn't put a lot of pressure on myself to start any goals. I kind of made myself a couple of year goals that I wanted to accomplish, such as projects that I wanted to complete by December. And I've started working on those as well. I've got some reading goals, and I've even started a second channel, which is called Coffee, Books, and Rain. So please check that out, which is going to be where all of my book reviews and book topics, episodes will be, or all of my book episodes are going to be located. I figured I'm going to keep this one a little bit more kind of off the cuff, conversational, of just kind of general what's going on. But in the meantime, just kind of wanted to give you a heads up as we roll into February. It is a very odd day because it is only February 3rd, and it is 70 degrees outside. I have my window open. I have my back door open. I just gave the puppies a haircut, and honestly, it's felt like a really great day. So I hope you're having a great day. I hope things are going fabulously for you. And I hope now that January is over, you can feel like you're starting the year off in a good direction. Because I know a lot of people had a heavy January from what I can understand. So I hope February treats you better. And with that being said, I hope you have a wonderful February. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I'll see you on the next page. Have a great one. Bye.